What if I told you the biggest difference between the wealthy elite and everyone else isn't how much they earn, but how they manage what they have? The truth is, most millionaires don't make their money through sky-high salaries. They build wealth through one simple discipline: strategic allocation. Today, I'm revealing the exact money management formula used by the financial elite. The best part? It works whether you make $50,000 or $500,000 a year. Meet the 75-10-15 rule, the wealth-building blueprint that the 1% doesn't want you to know about. This powerful formula breaks down like this: 75% for intelligent spending on essentials, 10% for building your financial fortress, 15% for creating wealth that works for you while you sleep. In the next 6 minutes, I'll show you exactly how to implement this system to transform your financial future. The first mistake most people make is having no plan for their money. Money without direction simply disappears. The 75% allocation covers housing and utilities, food and groceries, transportation, healthcare and insurance, education, basic clothing, debt payments. But here's what separates the wealthy from everyone else. They make these expenditures with intention. The average person lets their expenses rise with their income, buying bigger houses, fancier cars, and expensive gadgets that rapidly lose value. This is the treadmill that keeps most people financially stuck. The wealthy, however, practice conscious spending. They ask, does this purchase build long-term value? Am I buying this to impress others or improve my life? Could this money work harder for me elsewhere? Remember, every dollar spent on depreciating assets is a dollar not invested in your financial freedom. Financial disasters don't announce themselves. Job loss, medical emergencies, economic downturns, they strike without warning. The 1% know something most don't. True wealth begins with security. Your 10% builds an emergency reserve covering 3 to 6 months of expenses. This isn't money that sits idle. Place it in a high-yield savings account where it generates returns while remaining accessible. What happens once your safety net is complete? This is where wealth acceleration begins. You redirect this 10% to join your investment allocation, supercharging your wealth building by 67%. Think about this. 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, including many six-figure earners. An emergency fund isn't just financial protection. It's the foundation of financial freedom. This is where ordinary people become wealthy. Your 15% investment allocation is your money machine. Assets that generate more assets. The wealthy divide this 15% strategically. Core wealth builders, tax-advantaged retirement accounts, Roth IRAs, and 401ks with employer matching. Literally free money the average person leaves on the table. Low-cost index funds, tracking the S&P 500 or total market for 8 to 10% average annual returns with minimal effort. Inflation shields. Gold. Physical gold has preserved wealth through wars, depressions, and currency collapses for thousands of years. Bitcoin. The digital gold with fixed supply that's outperformed every other asset class in the last decade. The secret isn't timing the market. It's time in the market. The wealthy use dollar-cost averaging, investing consistent amounts on a fixed schedule regardless of market conditions. They know that $200 invested monthly for 30 years at 8% grows to over $300,000, turning modest contributions into significant wealth through the miracle of compound growth. The final piece? Understanding that wealth isn't created through labor. It's built through ownership. The 1% don't just earn differently. They think differently about money. They see every dollar as a potential employee that can work around the clock to create more dollars. Educate yourself through resources like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and the psychology of money to reprogram your relationship with wealth. The wealthy know something profound. Financial education pays the best interest rate of all. Here's your action plan to implement the 75-10-15 rule starting today. Track everything for 1 month to see where your money actually goes. Automate your allocations so money moves to designated accounts on payday. Eliminate one unnecessary expense each month and redirect it to investments. Increase your allocations by 1% every 6 months until you reach the ideal ratio. Review and rebalance quarterly to stay on track. Remember, perfection isn't required. Consistency is. The 75-10-15 rule isn't just about money management. It's about freedom. Freedom from financial stress. Freedom to make choices based on desire, not necessity. Freedom to build a life, not just a living. This isn't exclusive knowledge for the ultra-wealthy. It's a system available to anyone with the discipline to follow it. By implementing these principles, you're building protection from financial emergencies, a wealth-generating machine that grows while you sleep, a life of comfort without constant money, worries, a future where you control money instead of money controlling you. Financial freedom isn't a distant dream. It's a mathematical certainty for those who follow this formula. Start today. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make right now. If this strategy resonated with you, hit subscribe for more financial insights the 1% don't want you to know. Share this video with someone who needs financial clarity, and tell me in the comments which part of the 75-10-15 rule you're implementing first. Remember, wealth isn't about luck, it's about strategy. And now, you have the same strategy as the 1%. Thank you for joining me on this first step of your financial freedom journey. If you found value in these strategies, please like, subscribe, and share with those you care about, because financial wisdom is a gift that keeps giving. See you in our next video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a single wealth-building secret.